All right, here we are, back again with another video. I'm reporting to you live from Cheyenne, Wyoming, right? Like, you're where in Wyoming? I never thought that I would ever see Wyoming. I mean, it's kind of cool being here. I ain't gonna lie, it's not really a lot here, but I mean, it's Wyoming. What you expect? No disrespect, but from what I've seen, it's not really a lot going on out here. But nonetheless, we're here, right, in this beautiful state, and I was feeling inspired. You know, I was just out here walking in this beautiful, grassy, dry field, and and I just felt inspired to really share with you because I was in thought. I was really in thought, just thinking about a couple of things. I'm working on a couple of things right now, actually. I made a post not too long ago talking about the difference between alignment and fulfillment. And I want to dive a little bit deeper into that too as well. But I wanted to come on here real quick just to share a word with you, just a word of inspiration, and hopefully give you some value that you can walk away from. The beautiful thing about the topic that I came up with was the fact that I thought about it, right? And lately, that I feel like has been the topic of discussion is the power of thoughts, right? Your thoughts have power. Your thoughts literally never stay in your head, because as soon as you think a thought, it goes out into the atmosphere and it stays in the atmosphere, and it brings back to you whatever that thought is that you're having. And so it's so important to understand the thoughts that you're having on a daily basis, how you're thinking about yourself, your circumstances, your situation, because I truly believe that there's always going to be evidence to show up to basically bring to the realization that what you're thinking is true, right? Every thought that you have, evidence is going to show up of that thought being factual, right? And so it's important to think about your situation from a higher level. No matter how it may appear to be in the physical, the way that you speak about your life is so much more important. And it's funny because me and a couple of friends, we was on a call, right? And we were just having a conversation and things of that nature. And we were just talking about a lot of different topics. And the thing I loved about the conversation was the opportunity to empower. Because our words carry so much energy behind them. And I feel like once you start shifting certain words, you start to shift your reality. I know it may not feel like that's possible because of how you grew up and the evidence of you growing up, showing up in your life like as a continual pattern in which you're living. But truly, I believe your words carry so much weight. Like, I am literally living in a manifestation. Like, I never thought that I would be in Wyoming. And I've been in so many different states. And part of my manifestation was I wanted to travel and see the world. And this is my start here. I get the opportunity to see the entire world from my van. For those who know, right? I have a cargo van. And it's so beautiful, right? It's so beautiful. It's so amazing. It is so fulfilling. And I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. But it came from my thoughts, right? It didn't come immediately, but this was a thought that I always had in my mind. Like, yo, I want to see the world. I want to travel here. I want to travel there. I want to go here. I want to go there, right? Once I had the thought, then I had the intention. And the thing that follows intention is disruption. Because when you're living a certain way, right? When you have a certain pattern of living, once you start to shift your thought, that thought starts to shift your intention. And that intention causes a disruption in the pattern in which you're living temporarily. But the thing about it is, the momentum that you've had, the momentum that you've been carrying for so long in a certain direction is so powerful that this new way of thinking, this new way of seeing your life, is gonna take time. It's gonna take time to get the momentum going in that direction. But the more you do it, the more evidence is going to show up of, hey, things are changing. Things are happening in my life. I'm being more consistent. The things that I'm actually putting my energy towards are actually coming to fruition. Why? Because I made the choice to think differently about my circumstances. I'm not going to look at my circumstances as if, oh, everything that I've ever done, I've been inconsistent with, right? This is as an example. And then I just start to look at the patterns of inconsistencies in my life, right? I'm going to change the way that I'm thinking about my circumstances and be like, you know what? I may have been inconsistent then, but this time I am going to be consistent with whatever it is that I'm setting my intentions on. And if I start to feel that inconsistency showing back up, I'm going to cause a disruption and think about that situation differently. And I'm going to continue to move forward with whatever it is that I'm doing in that moment. Because you are so powerful. Your brain is so powerful. And what you're doing is you're conditioning to your brain to operate differently. Because you start to program your brain to operate to a certain degree, right? And the patterns that show up are evidence of the programming that you have been induced with in your brain. But once you start to create the intention, once you start to think differently about yourself, about your life, about your circumstances, it's like you're sending a signal to your brain saying, hey, we're not doing that no more. This is how we're gonna live from now on. And your brain is just like, yeah, okay, whatever, you said that before, yeah, whatever, okay. But the more you're like, no, I'm so serious. Nah, this is what we're doing from here on out. Your brain is like, oh, okay, all right, I hear you. And then you start to take action, right? And then the thing that shows up that used to create that inconsistency, right? When you get that feeling, that moment is when you start to create the disruption. In that moment, that's when you start to create the disruption. And now your brain is like, oh shit, we doing something different. Hold on, wait a minute, right? Because now your brain is operating in a capacity in which it's never operated before. And so now you're putting yourself in an entirely different plane. You're putting yourself in an entirely different dimension. You are literally shifting your reality in that moment. Because if you believe in parallel universes, right, there are so many different avenues in which our lives take place. But the thing that makes these things active is the intention that we put and the actions that we take behind that intention, right? And so when you start to disrupt certain patterns, you enter into a whole nother reality. And now you're living life at an entirely different frequency. Now you're looking at things from an entirely different level, because it's like, I'm doing something I've never done before. I'm living a life I've never lived before. But it's all because of the intention that I'm putting behind it now. It's all about the intention that you put behind it. It's all about the intention. I just wanted to come on here just to share that word with you real quick. Just share what's on my mind, really. What I want to do, I don't know if this is going to be a series or whatever the case is, but everywhere that I go, everywhere that I travel, I want to make a video, right? I want to make like some sort of video to vlog the experience of me being wherever it is that I'm at. Like the last video I made that you saw, I was in Florida. I was in Key West, right? I was in the water when I made that video. And so now I'm doing the same thing. I'm in Wyoming, and now I'm making this video. And it's literally crazy, right? Because the wind was doing the exact same thing. It kept trying to take my phone, and it was just blowing all crazy. But this time it's doing pretty good, so I think I'm all right this time. No, what? I spoke too soon. All right, that's just my sign I need to end the video. Okay. All right, listen. Thank y'all for being on this journey with me. Thank you for allowing me to be on this journey with you, and I truly believe we do better when we grow together, so let's continue to grow with one another. Matter of fact, I'm going to add something else. Let's continue to see the world together. Yeah. Let's continue to see the world together, because now we global, baby. We all over. Come on now. You see the scenery, it keeps changing every single time. Like, bruh, We everywhere now. We everywhere now. We are creating impact everywhere we go. And that's the beautiful thing about your life. You create impact everywhere you go. Why? Because you are the one who set the intention to do something different in your life. You are the one who set the intention to shift your reality. While everybody else is staying the same and staying stuck and staying ignorant in their own realities, you're like, nah, I'm doing something different. And although it may be difficult, it's possible. Although it may be difficult, it's possible. You got this. I believe in you. God believes in you. And that's all you really need. Who knows? Your mama might believe in you, your daddy. Like, your siblings, they may believe in you too. But guess what? You believe in you first and foremost before anybody else believes in you first, right? Because for everybody else, they have to see it to believe it. But for you, you believe it. You just believe it. And when you believe it, the evidence shows up. It's just that simple. So that's it. Thank you for tuning in. And yeah, I'll catch you in another state. Peace and progress. Let me show y'all this real quick. This is just